Let's solve few more examples and apply all the skills we have studied while changing the radical sign into the exponential form. So here the question is square root of negative 49, x to the power 4, y to the power 6 and z to the power 10. You all know that if we have any negative number inside the radical sign and the index is even, then we write the negative one as it is, and we know that square root of negative 1 will be denoted by iota. That means the I which shows the imaginary root. So here the index is 2. So first of all, open everything and ignore negative sign. So you will have 49 power 1 over 2. X to the power in over out, that means 4 over 2. Y to the power in over out, that means 6 over 2. And z to the power in over out, that is 10 over 2. Now this square root of negative 1 stay as it is, so just write square root of negative 1 on one side. And square root of negative 1 will be denoted by I. Now 49 to the power 1 over 2, you will get 7. X to the power 4 over 2, you will get 2. Y to the power 6 over 2, you will get 3. And z to the power 10 over 2, 5. Now, wherever you have the odd powers, you will put the absolute value sign. So here you will put the modulus, that means the absolute value sign, these two lines. Because 3 is the odd number, 5 is the odd number. So for the odd powers, we always put the absolute values to make sure that the answer will be positive in the end. Now this x square stay as it is out of the absolute value. The reason is that 2 is the even power. Now let's see question number 2 of the group number A. Now it is cubic root. It means the index is 3. That means it is the odd. So no need to worry about. So cubic root of negative always result as the negative. If inside the radicand is positive, the answer is positive for an odd index. Now 48 to the power 1 over 3, 4x minus 7 whole to the power 9 over 3. Now check, do you get the cubic root of 48 as a whole number or the decimal? So cubic root of 48 is a decimal. So keep this as it is. So just write negative 48 to the power 1 over 3. And then 4x minus 7 write down. And 9 over 3 will gives you 3. Now here, since the index is not even, so no need to apply any absolute value. Solve group number B, question number 2. So here you have again negative. So as I said, ignore the negative sign or write the negative 1 as it is. The rest solve. That will gives you 64. There is no index. It means it is 2. 64 to the power half. Then you have x plus 1 whole to the power 10 over 2 in over out. Negative 1 can, square root of negative 1 can be written as iota. 64 to the power half or the square root of 64, you will get 8. X plus 1 whole to the power 10 over 2. 10 over 2 gives you 5. Now 5 is the odd power and it was the even, since the index was even, so you will put the absolute value sign. Now the last thing is cubic root of negative 125 y to the power 12, x to the power 9 and z to the power 6. So cubic root of negative 125. First of all, write negative. The index is odd. So no need to worry. So negative 125 whole to the power 1 over 3. Y to the power 12 over 3. X to the power in over out 9 over 3. And z to the power 6 over 3. Now negative 125 to the power 1 over 3. You will get negative 5. Y to the power 12 by 3 gives you 4. X to the power 9 by 3 gives you 3 and z to the power 6 by 3 gives you square. Let's do some questions from group number C. So in group number C, it is written that cubic root of negative 729 x plus 8 to the power 50. So first of all, before doing anything, you should write in the radical, yani nth root in the form of exponential exponent. That means in over out, so negative 729 whole to the power 1 over 3. Then you will have x plus 8 as it is, and then you will write 15 over 3. Now you have to check that what is the cubic root of negative 729. So it is actually negative 9. And then you will write x plus 8 as it is, and 15 divided by 3 will gives you 5. Since the index is odd, so keep this as it is. Now you have a group C question number negative 2, that is negative 64, x to the power 20, y to the power 8, z to the power 4. Now the index is 2, that is even, and there is a negative sign also. So what you will do in these cases? Of course, you will write the negative one as it is. The rest you will solve in the way that 64 whole to the power 1 over 2, x to the power 20 over 2, y to the power 8 over 2, and z to the power 4 over 2. Now negative 1 square root can be written as I. 64 to the power 1 over 2, you will get the 8. X to the power 20 by 2 means 10. Y to the power 8 by 2 means 4. And z to the power 4 by 2, that means 2. Now this power is even, this power is even, this power is even. So no need to write down any kind of absolute value. Okay, what will happen in the group D and group E? Now you all are familiar. So if you have the negative sign, only if you have the even, even index, then you should write square root of negative 1 first. And in place of square root negative 1, you have to write the I. But in case of odd index, you keep the negative sign as it is. So hope you understand the idea, and just practice these questions at home so that you get used to of this idea.